day on the net. A Brazilian activist has posted a video online filmed during the raid on the Gaza-bound flotilla. Web users up in arms over the constant humming sound made by vuvuzelas. And a new satirical video attacking the petrol giant BP is circulating on the web. A speedboat and a helicopter from the Israeli army approach the ship. Gunshots ring out and the first among the wounded are taken to safety. These images were filmed during the deadly raid of the Mavi Marmara, the Gaza-bound international aid flotilla. Ali, a Brazilian activist and filmmaker, is behind the camera and hid the memory card holding the images to stop it getting confiscated by Israeli soldiers. What we have is 1 hour of non-edited video that the filmmaker decided to post online. The images were filmed in the lower decks of the boat where the wounded were taken. They do not give a clear picture of the violent clashes that took place on deck, but Ali hopes that further investigation into the video will show just when the first gunshots were fired. On Monday, Israel announced the creation of a flotilla investigation commission, but their version of events is still being questioned on the web. The Turkish NGO IHH that organised the flotilla have posted this photo online, where we see doctors treating an Israeli soldier overridden by passengers at the start of the raid. For this pro-Palestinian blogger, this image contradicts those posted online by the Israel Defense Forces that suggest that members of the commando operation, even when they were disarmed, were attacked. In the street, in the stadiums, on the television, the noise is everywhere. Ever since the start of the World Cup, football fans have been living with a deafening sound similar to that of a swarm of bees, vuvuzelas, the famous South African trumpets. Many supporters are complaining about this permanent humming on the web. Several anti-vuvuzela Facebook groups have been set up since the start of the tournament last Friday. Thousands of web users have joined these groups and have already had enough of this trumpet sound, considered by some as an instrument of torture. This site is inviting fans who can no longer stand the sound of the vuvuzelas to sign a petition to get them banned from stadiums. The petition has already gathered 25,000 signatures in just a few days, and those who are really passionate about it can demonstrate their rejection of the vuvuzela by buying these t-shirts, available online. Yet, despite the infernal noise, not all web users are hostile to the instrument. This Facebook group reminds us that it is a local tradition, and it's important to respect it. And for those who like the sound that comes out of this trumpet, on the site Vuvuzela Roulette, a copy of the chat roulette model, you can watch dozens of videos of fans blowing into this instrument. The secret annex is where the young Anne Frank was hiding before she was deported, and where she wrote her famous diary. For its 60th birthday, the Anne Frank Museum in Amsterdam has posted a virtual recreation of this building on its website. Secret corners, hidden rooms, it's been recreated from the attic right down to the basement. Web users can visit it via 360-degree shots. There's audio information, both with videos and texts, for each of these rooms, telling the stories of the people who lived there.
Royalty and works of art.
Who could forget the Star Wars kit? In 2003, this teenage boy imagined himself as a Jedi Knight, and the film of him pretending to be one was watched by millions of web users without him knowing. The site Motherboard has caught up with him. The good news is that Ghislain Razin has since had therapy to help him deal with this overexposure in the media. He's also studied law and recently became president of a conservation society in Trois-Rivières in Canada. This is currently one of the most popular videos on the American web. In the middle of a meeting about the oil spill in Louisiana, we see one of the fake heads of BP spill his coffee all over the table. In a panic, they all try and stop it from spreading, each of their methods being more ridiculous than the next. It's a parody of BP's attempts to deal with the crisis ever since the explosion of their oil rig.